Rice is a life-sustaining source for more than half the global population. Rightly, therefore, it is called the Queen of Cereals. Historical links trace the beginning of paddy cultivation in China, India, and other tropical Asian countries to about 6,500 years ago. From a diet supplement, rice has gradually gained preference over other coarse cereals, fish, and meat as the main food item in many parts of the world, particularly in Asia, where 90% of the crop is grown and consumed. The harvesting area of paddy in India is the world's largest, and the method of cultivation in a particular region depends largely on where the land is situated, type of soil, irrigation facilities, availability of farm labor, and the intensity and distribution of rainfall. The conventional method of paddy plantation calls for raising the seedlings in nursery beds, gently pulling them out of those beds, root washing, bundling them, and replanting the seedlings into the softened wet soil of a well-puddled and leveled field. Transplantation by manual labor is a strenuous and back-breaking exercise. Scores of men and women stooping for hours on end in rice paddies has been a painful sight in India's agricultural scene for generations. In the recent past, migration of farm labor to industries and other trades has caused serious manpower shortage during peak transplanting time. Thanks to ongoing technological developments and new farming practices, the drudgery of manual transplantation is giving way to more efficient mechanized transplantation. And VST Shakti offers the best solution for mechanized rice transplanter. The first step for mechanized transplantation is the innovative method of raising nursery through mat seed beds, which is very crucial for giving best results. Normally, 15 to 20 kilograms of good seed is sufficient for planting 1 acre field with mechanized transplantation, as against 30 kilograms in the case of manual transplantation. If the system of rice intensification, that is, the Shri method of cultivation is adopted, the seed requirement will be much less. Preparation of sprouted seeds is a key activity prior to transplantation. Let us see how it is done. Pour the seeds into a container of clean water and stir gently. Remove empty and partially filled grains which float on the surface. Drain off standing water and fill the wet seeds in gunny sacks. Soak the healthier seeds for 24 hours. Incubate the seeds in a warm, shaded place, covering the gunny bags with green leaves or paddy straw for the next 24 hours. Germination period depends on temperature. When the seed shows sprouted buds and the roots are about 2 to 3 millimeters long, they are ready for sowing. Do not let the radicals grow longer, as they will penetrate the walls of the sac or possibly intertwine. In mechanized transplanting, 2 seed beds of about 1.2 meters width by 10 meters length would be required for raising mat nursery for transplanting 1 acre. Level the nursery plot properly so as to maintain uniform thickness of seedbed for proper transplantation. Create canals between the seedbeds to allow and drain out water. Generally, field yard manure or vermicompost is mixed with the soil in the ratio of 1:3. In case of clay soil, mix sand and field yard manure or vermicompost thoroughly in the ratio of 3:1:1. The mixture should be free from stones and pebbles. On the leveled bed, spread a thin polythene sheet. Place a frame having dimensions of 21 by 55 by 2 centimeters of each block over the sheet. Fill the soil mixture and spread evenly up to the top edge of the frame. The purpose of using a frame is to avoid wastage of seeds, need for slicing the nursery, and to ensure uniform seedbed thickness of 2 centimeters height. Transplantation may not be proper if the height is more. Sow the pre-germinated seeds uniformly with a spread of 120 to 150 grams in each block, depending on seed variety. Germinated seeds have to be handled with extreme care as the tender roots are susceptible to breakage. Remove the frame and repeat the exercise until sowing is completed for the entire bed. Cover the seedbed with green leaves or paddy straw to protect the seeds from rain splash and bird picking. Depending on climatic conditions, the seedbed should be watered 2 to 3 times a day with a rose can for 3 to 4 days. Never allow the nursery to dry up. On the 4th day, check whether the growth is substantial and whether the nursery looks green. Seedlings of about 2 to 2.5 centimeters in height should be visible. Remove the paddy straw cover and flood the nursery. Maintain a water level of about 2 centimeters or not more than half the seedling's height from the top of the seedbed. Keep a vigil on the nursery. Take immediate remedial action in case of pest and disease attack. In 17 to 18 days after sowing, the seedlings would have grown to a height of 12.5 to 15 centimeters. Ideally, they are ready for transplanting when they have reached the 3 to 4 leaf stage. Do not allow the nursery to overgrow. Thick and hard roots may lead to entanglement of seedlings with the fingers of the transplanter. That gives us an idea as to how a nursery is raised on a polythene sheet with a frame. And there are other methods as well. Using polythene sheet without frame is one. The tray method is another. The main field needs to adequately prepare to take up transplantation. The field should be free of clods and stubbles. For efficient performance of the mechanized transplanter, the puddling should be shallow, say 10 to 15 centimeters of uniform depth. In case of clay soil, use a power tiller or a tractor fitted with a rotavator for puddling. As the main field is getting ready, concurrently drain the water from the nursery bed just 6 to 12 hours before transplanting. Lift the mats from the bed and gently place them on the seedling box of the transplanting machine. It is essential that transplantation is done on the same day. Now look at the unique features of VST Shakti Transplanter. It is a self-propelled riding-type machine designed for simultaneous transplanting of 8 rows in a single pass. Lightweight, 4 HP diesel engine. It has a lugged wheel for field operation and inflated tires for road mobility. It is suitable to handle both mat and tray nursery. Easy to operate. Hill-to-hill spacing is variable from 10 centimeters to 23 centimeters. Row-to-row spacing is 23.8 centimeters. For best results, note carefully, the nursery plot should be leveled. The seed bed should be free from stones and the bed height should not exceed 2 centimeters. Never allow the nursery bed to dry up. Do not spray urea on the nursery. Puddling should be shallow, 10 to 15 centimeters only. Splash water after loading the nursery for smooth sliding. Don't leave the nursery to overgrow. Here is the comparison between manual and mechanized transplantation methods. Labor required is more, about 15 to 20 laborers per acre. Labor required is less, about 5 to 6 laborers for 3 to 4 acres. Nursery raising area is more. Nursery raising area is less than 50%. Seeds required per acre is 30 kilograms. 15 to 20 kilograms of seeds are required per acre. 35 to 40 days old seedlings are used for transplanting. 16 to 18 days young seedlings are required for transplanting. Row to row and hill to hill spacing is not uniform. Spacing is uniform. Transplanting seedling depth is not uniform. Uniform transplanting seedling depth is achieved. Excessive dependence on laborers. Can be operated by family members. Timely transplanting is not possible due to labor scarcity. Timely transplanting can be done. Human drudgery is more. Comfortable to operate, no drudgery. For de-weeding, mechanized de-weeders can't be used. Mechanized de-weeders can be used for de-weeding. Transplanting cost per acre is 1,500 to 2,500 rupees. Transplanting cost per acre is less than 500 rupees, base year 2008. Yield is less compared to mechanized transplanting. Yield is 15 to 20% more than manual transplanting. On the whole, users have found VST Shakti rice transplanter the optimal value for money proposition. Raising of mat nursery as well as the operation of the VST Shakti transplanter are both gender friendly. Believe it, women trained in the technique of raising mat nursery and mechanized transplantation have found this to be a very profitable occupation and enables them to make a comfortable living.
7 വർഷമായിട്ട് ഈ ട്രാൻസ്പ്ലാന്റിംഗ് വർക്കിലേക്ക് വന്നിട്ട് 10 പേരാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ ട്രെയിനിങ് കഴിഞ്ഞത്. നല്ല വരുമാനമുണ്ട് ഇതിൽ നിന്ന്. ആദ്യം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ കൂടുതൽ വരുമാനം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും സാമ്പത്തികമായി ഞങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ നല്ല ഒരു രീതിയിലേക്ക് എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട് ഗ്രൂപ്പിലെല്ലാവരും.
കൃഷിക്കാരുണ്ടെങ്കിലും കർഷകർ കുറവാണ്, പണിയെടുക്കാനുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ വളരെ കുറവാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ പേരിലാണ് മിഷനറി വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഈ വർക്ക് വളരെ വിജയകരമായ രീതിയിൽ നമ്മൾ എത്തിക്കുന്നത്. അത് കർഷകർക്ക് ഒരുപാട് മാറ്റങ്ങൾ വരുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടാണ് ഇതിപ്പോൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്.
It is no wonder that VST Shakti rice transplanter has been widely endorsed by research scientists, testing institutions, and farmers as the best solution for mechanical transplantation. Viability of VST Shakti transplanter has been assessed through several field studies by renowned agricultural universities and research organizations throughout the nation. The Agricultural Research Station at Mannuthi, Kerala has established that savings by mechanized transplanting with VST Shakti ranges from 1,950 to 3,500 rupees per hectare depending on the mat nursery used.
It is a very labor friendly drudgery removing machine. Hence we are recommending to promote, to attract the people, youngsters to work with the machine. And we have done a research for last 10 years and come out with a total work plan of training. There is an assurance to the farmer that my field can be transplanted within 2 or 3 days because the machine is there to assist me.
The observation of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Hyderabad wing, also endorses the productive efficiency of VST Shakti mechanized transplanter.
There is a wider scope